It is Diwali, so I'm sure a lot of you guys do want to go that extra mile in order to go in for a little bit more of that carefree indulgence. And banks certainly seem to be encouraging you, especially with all of the festive offers that they are doling out. Plus, there's the future of banking, and that is doorstep banking. It's almost as if the banks are bringing festivities to your doorstep. PSU banks are offering doorstep banking. So what are the services included, excluded? And also, we will be briefly touching upon strike by banking employees, what operations have been hampered. So lots to discuss then with Pankaj Bansal. He's the business head and account management of bankbazaar.com. Pankaj, it's really a pleasure having you with us on the Money Show, and in fact right here in our Mumbai studios. So Pankaj, I'd like to start off first with a happier topic, and that is the festive offers that banks are doling out. Whether you have a personal loan, whether you have a home loan, in some way or the other, we are seeing banks really try to go that extra mile to be able, to serve their customers. So at this point of time, based on Bank Bazaar's own analysis and assessment, what banks, from a personal loan perspective, are giving out some of the most tempting offers?
So, thanks, Mobina. I think from a consumer standpoint, I think this is the best time to be in this business. If I'm a consumer, I'm getting a lot of offers. If you have seen in the last 5 rate cuts, we have seen a lot of consumers being benefit out of rate cuts. Now, coming Diwali, there are a lot of festive offers which have been rolled out by the banks across the nation. So, including, waiver of processing fees, discounted processing fees for these consumers, and you also got a lot of offers on cashbacks, in terms of cashbacks, retail loan offers and interest rate reductions. So broadly, if you look at the paradigm today, most of the banks have reduced their processing fees significantly for this particular offer, which is till 31st October and the Diwali one. Second is on personal loans, the interest rates also have got being reduced on the existing rates. So around 25 to 50 basis points reduction is what we have seen across the market, across the banks, depending on the offer that they look at it. I think that's two things. Third is a lot of, offers on the reward points on the credit cards have been rolled out by the banks in terms of additional reward points. 10x to 5x reward points have been offered to consumers at a certain category of merchants. Predominantly, these festive offers, including personal loans, home loans, cards, have been rolled out into picture. And I think we have seen a significant uptick due to these offers. A lot of consumers who got excited in terms of taking this loan, and that too till 31st of October. So that's the most important thing we have seen. Few more offers that banks have rolled out are the offers in terms of lucky dips. So a lot of first 100 consumers, lucky dips have been rolled out for travel abroad. For example, a US trip if you have the lucky winner from some of the banks. So these are some of the major offers which we have seen in the festive seasons on personal loan side. On credit cards, we have seen a lot of offers on the brand side, in terms of 5,000 plus brands being there on the sales, in terms of 10%, 20% on the brands. And even on the offline and online showrooms, we have seen about 10,000 plus offers being rolled out by the credit card companies to the existing consumers. So I think this is a significant time for all the consumer loan, home loan, and even the credit card consumers to opt for something that they want to take.
So Pankaj, that means if it really is the day of the customer today, would you recommend then that if in case a viewer is falling short of money, which actually they shouldn't, it's not a healthy financial practice, but it is Diwali and sometimes we have our social obligations. Do you think it will be a good idea then for a customer to use to finance their personal purchases? Should they use a credit card? Should they use a personal loan from a bank? What do you recommend based on all the offers out there?
So I think what they have to look at is basically what kind of category of shopping you are looking at. So one important, if you are taking a merchant online shopping, obviously a credit card with a great option where you have a lot of discounts on the merchant side. You can convert, if you have a money crunch, you can convert them into a easy EMI option, which is payable on installments. So if I don't have a money also, I can still pay it in installments to the bank. So that is very important on a credit card side. If you are looking at for a long-term money that you want to spend, you can even look at a personal loan. So I think with the reduction of 50 basis points on the current numbers, a lot of offers on the processing fee, home loan and personal loan could be a good bet depending on what you want to purchase. Third most important thing, if I look at it today, is in terms of the direct merchant offers. So, for example, if I'm going to an apparel store or a jewelry, maybe a travel, dining, all this could be done through a credit card today. So, if you have a credit card, you can opt for a lot of offers directly from the merchant, convert them into EMI, pay in easy installments. That's something that you can do based on Diwali. Most of these offers, Mobina, today you will find them are on discretionary spend. So for example, high ticket value you will see in Diwali season going up significantly for merchants. So I think that's something that happens on the Diwali season, and all the banks want to take full advantage of this particular festive season, apart from the rate reduction which has happened through RBI. So I think that's very, very critical in terms of the kind of spend that you are doing on and the segment that you are looking at for.
So Pankaj, you're an expert, of course, in all bank matters and all loan matters. Let me ask you an interesting question. Personally, for you, which is your favorite product that's being offered by any bank? I mean, is it the Kotak personal loan? Is it the SBI personal loan? At this point of time, according to you, which one is looking the most enticing?
So I think if you have seen, for me, the personal choice, I would say maybe HDFC Bank personal loan, for example, in terms of as a personal choice, not as a company choice, because the kind of offers they rolled out on a 50 basis reduction. My current interest rate on a personal loan will be 10.75, which is unheard of in the market. So I think that's a significant reduction in the current personal loan segment from what the banks are looking at. So I think that would be my major bet right now from a delivery of a personal loan to my account.
Okay, so Pankaj Bansal has given his own personal stamp of approval for the HDFC Bank personal loan. Okay, Pankaj, now I want the other topic that we thought we should discuss is the entire doorstep banking, offering that many public sector banks are now giving. It's almost like a glimpse into the future of banking. Are we actually going to be staring at a situation where if I want to deposit cash in the bank, all I have to do is perhaps dial in a phone number of my relationship manager or my bank, and the next thing you know, I just have to keep the money ready, and a person's going to come and almost like a Swiggy or a Scoot see my money into my bank account.
That's correct, I think, Movina. I think the landscape is changing significantly in Indian banking context. We have seen a lot of people opting for the doorstep banking. So most of the banks today, whether it is private or public, they have given the services to all the senior citizens, to all the people who want to opt for it at a very minimal cost. So whether it is cash withdrawal, cash deposit, checkbooks, even a non-transactional services like collection of form for 15H or G for your TDS reduction in terms of your FD interest rates, everything is available on just a phone call. If you just call up the phone banking officer, he will arrange for a pickup for a cash withdrawal or a cash deposit, and he will ensure that you don't have to move an inch from your home, and you can get all your services which would have done by visiting a particular branch will be delivered at your doorstep. It could be your home, it could be your office address, depending on what you have in your banking account. So I think this is a significant change. We are seeing a lot of convenience to the consumers with respect to senior citizens, the guys who cannot go to a branch to transact. All those guys can easily opt for this particular facility which the banks are offering. So I think the ease and the convenience is the next big thing in the banking industry, and we are seeing significant traction happening on that particular services that have been offered by the banks, and consumers are absolutely using it for their own benefit and convenience and time saving. So I think it's a fantastic move from all the banks across the globe, across the country, to ensure that we have those same global level services being offered to our consumers.
Pankaj, when will it be a reality? Because from what I understand right now, it's just being offered to senior citizens and I think disabled customers. So when will it be available to all customers?
So I think most of the banks have started working on. Most of the private banks already have those services in place in terms of at a cost, they obviously deliver it to these consumers. But for the public sector banks, you will see they are working on that. I think in the coming months you will see that it will be operational for all the people across the board, maybe PSU, maybe it's a private bank, and everybody should avail those services. SBI have already started it, and some of the PSU banks have done a joint venture to ensure that these services are being delivered to their customers.